As to the origin of the present Jews in Palestine, he states that those Jews derived from Eastern Europe, and many of the Jews that today live in the reconstituted state of Israel come from Eastern Europe, are not descendants of the Judeans or the lost tribes of Israel, but rather descendants of the Khazars. Who are they?
Who are they?
They were a nation most people do not even know of. He writes, the so-called self-styled Jews in Eastern Europe in modern history cannot legitimately point to a single ancient ancestor who ever set even a foot on the soil of Palestine in the era of Bible history. Research also revealed that the so-called or self-styled Jews in Eastern Europe were never Semites, are not Semites now, nor can they ever be regarded as Semites at any future time by any stretch of the imagination.
People here are called anti-Semitic. What is your response to that as an Israeli Jew?
Well, it's a trick. We always use it. When from Europe somebody is criticizing Israel, then we bring up the Holocaust. When in this country people are criticizing Israel, then they are anti-Semitic.
What secret, mysterious power has been able for countless generations to keep the origin and the history of the Khazars and the Khazar kingdom out of the history textbooks? Did you ever learn about it at school? I never learned about it.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33, verse 29, and it reads, Happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee, O people saved by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the shield of thy help, and who is the sword of thine excellency. And thine enemies shall be found liars unto thee, and thou shalt tread upon their high places. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and my fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners, and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, I say Shalom. This is your brother Ayashar Barazar from the Indianapolis branch of the Great Millstone, coming back at you with another lesson that is edifying to the elect body of the nation of Israel. All right, you just saw that quick clip. Amalek, you're being found out. You imposters over in the land right now, you're being found out day in and day out, and there's just too much evidence out there to prove that, and we have proven it already. That's why everything's in turmoil as it is. That you are not the chosen people, according to the scriptures. All of your lies have been found out. And that video you just saw, you being the Khazarians. At one point in time, Arthur Kessler exposed that in his book called The 13th Tribe, which I featured at the beginning of this video. And once it came out, you guys had him mysteriously taken out, as the story is told, allegedly. But we know when there are things you don't like, people come up and they no longer exist. We see that today. All right. Also, the lady in the video who says that they use that term as for lack of better words, a get out of jail for a free card. You always claim anti-Semitism every time someone says something against you. Okay, I'm going to address that as well too. But what was I do have to correct from that video? It says that you do not follow the bloodline of the Hebrews. You are not a Shemitic, which that is not true. It's terrible of a nation of people that you are. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is Shemitic, and out of his nation is the tribe of Amalek, the so-called Jewish people that are running everything right now. You come out of that. Your own Jewish encyclopedia, the 1925 version, I believe it's volume 41, page 5, says that modern day Jewry is Edom, which you are modern day Jewry, okay? But you come from the tribe, you come from the nation of Edom, but they are Shemitic, and I'm gonna have to prove that right here. First, this is first. Let's get to that Shem. Okay, the name Sem, which is in the in the New Testament and the Apocrypha, is actually Shem in the Old Testament. It says comes from the Hebrew name Shem, which is the name of Noah's oldest son. The Greek and Latin versions of the Bible use Sem instead of Shem because neither language has a way to represent the Hebrew name's initial sound, which goes back to the prologue of in Ecclesiastes 1, just proving that the Hebrew language is a pure language, quite powerful. Any other language, it takes away the strength of the word. You get that in the prologue of Sirach, chapter 1, okay? Yeah, okay. And it also proves that proper pronouns do not translate, okay? So with the Lord's name, Yahweh, okay, meaning he saves, he delivers, can in no way be Yeshua or that abominable name that a lot of these camps still use, Jesus. Even in the Greek translation, Yesu, it's not the same as Yahweh. Okay, so let's get that straight. All right, and it goes on. It says, here are some things to know about Shem, the lineage. Shem's descendants includes the Assyrians, Chaldeans, Elamites, Arameans, Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, okay, Arabs, and the Hebrews, okay. All right. Name origin, the word Semitic, okay. So that's just going to prove, Semitic. That would include all of these families that are mentioned here. Okay, and I'm going to go through a lineage. Comes from Shem's name. Okay, Shem's great grandson Eber, meaning from the past, was the father of Abraham and the Jews who were eventually called Hebrews. Now that word Jews there should be Israelites. Okay, Jew, as we know it today, is short for the tribe of Judah. Okay, or the southern kingdom, which is Judah, Levi, and Benjamin. Okay, that does not, you cannot, exclude the other tribes, if you're looking at the tribe alone, you cannot exclude the other 11 tribes. Okay, if you're looking at the southern kingdom, you cannot exclude the other 9 tribes. Okay. It's one nation, Israel. We're split into the southern kingdom and northern kingdom right now until the Lord brings us back together, which I'm going to get to. All right. So right here, we know that the term Shemitic or Semitic is not exclusive to those imposters in the land right now. They stole it, just like they stole everyone else's heritage throughout history. And particularly ours. You can get that in Micah chapter 2, verses 1 and 2. Okay? So let me get to this chart here. All right? That's Shem at the very top. Every name under there, every progenitor, okay, is Shemitic. Okay? Point blank, period. Okay? And then that article said his great grandson Eber, who was about a quarter of the way down from under the fourth name down under Shem, okay, he had the two sons, Joktan and Peleg. Peleg meaning a division. Okay, if you follow Peleg all the way down, okay, you get the prominent names Abraham, okay, down on the right hand side, Isaac, and Jacob. All right. And then you have Esau in there, okay, who is the progenitor of the Edomites. Genesis 36:1 tells us that Esau, who is Edom. All right. So they are Shemitic, which is contrary to what was said in that video. All right. And then we can go look further into Esau. Okay. There it is again. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Off to the left, you have Esau. Okay. And you see that Esau married 4 wives who were Hittites and 2 wives who were daughters of Ishmael. Okay. So you got a lot of them that look like Africans and Arabs who are actually Edomites. All right. But if you come all the way down on the left side, under the 4 wives, okay, Judith, Bashemoth, Adah, and Holobenamah, Adah had Eliphaz, okay, all right, one of Esau's sons, all right, and then Eliphaz married Timnah, all right, which is dead center of the page, the wife of Timnah, and out of Eliphaz and Timnah, you have Amalek, Esau's grandson, Amalek, who is the first of the nations of the nation of Edom, according to Numbers 24 and 20. Okay? According to Numbers 24 and 20. 2nd Ezra 6 and 9, and Isaiah 63 tells us that when when the Lord comes back, that Esau, Edom would be in rulership, and so, which means they are not Japheth, according to that false doctrine that's wandering around out there. Okay? They are not Japheth. All right? Duke Amalek. That's who's running everything right now. The Holy Land, the entire world, the U.S. government via AIPAC. Okay? That's who's running everything. Okay? That is the truth. As the earth said, as the scriptures say in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Who is the wicked? Esau, Edom, according to Malachi 1 and 4. Okay? So they indeed have control of everything right now. And they're lying about it, and we know it. Okay? But they say that they are the people. Okay? And once again, liars. Once again, I have a couple of articles here. If you are the people, okay, but to call it for what it is. Stop lying. You have the first time you had the Balfour Declaration that was written in 1917, and it put them in the land in 1948. Okay? 1948, via the Balfour Declaration. That's how they got that land. Okay? After World War II. All right? Now, here's the thing. Here's the problem with that. There's another account, which I'll put a link to the video in the description box. Those people allegedly came back again. Okay? In this article, while everyone was distracted by the George Floyd riots, you have this article written in June of 2020. All right. And it says prophecy fulfilled. Ukrainian Jews return to Israel after thousands of years of exile. So, okay. Um, you got some things to explain here. Okay. Because in the scriptures, if you are the chosen people, okay, which we know you're not, the world knows you're not now. Isaiah 14, Jeremiah 23, 7 and 8, Baruch 2, 30 through 35. All of those scriptures say that the Lord will set his people back in their land. And not just one tribe, as you are right now. All 12. All 12. I'm going to read just to prove this, okay? I'm going to read the opening few paragraphs. It says, and like I said, I did a video on this a couple years ago, so I'll put a link to that in there, and it'll have the link to the to this article, all right, and the video of them landing in Israel. Okay, and the article reads, in Hebrew, it's called aliyah, and that's exactly what you people are. Liars. You know, that phonetic, sound of that word couldn't be more perfect. That's what you are, a liar. Okay, the Jewish people returning to the promised land just before COVID-19 hit. Okay, scriptures tell us that no man knows the day or the hour. Okay, when the Lord's going to return and set it, wreak havoc on this place and set his people in their own land. That's scriptural. No man knoweth the day or the hour. Not even Yahushua knows. Okay? But somehow you knew in 1948 and here again in 2020. You're lying. Again. All right? It says, in the early morning, more than 130 Ukrainian Jews landed in Tel Aviv to begin a new life. Okay, well, Matthew 24. All right. The Lord says he would also in these scriptures here, he would gather us from every land where he had scattered us to. Baruch 23 and 7. Let me just get that. Jeremiah, because that article says, according to the prophecies of Isaiah and Jeremiah, and I'll get to that. Let me get Isaiah 14 and 1 first. Okay. Isaiah 14 and 1. And it reads, for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, the entire nation, okay, and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined unto them. Okay, those Israelite foreigners, okay, the ones who were estranged from the commonwealth of Israel, according to Ephesians 2, 11 and 12, okay, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, okay. So the Lord said he was going to set us in our own land, all right, in Jeremiah, okay, 23, verse 7 and 8. And it reads, therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that they shall no more say, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. Okay, the whole nation. All right. Verse 8. But Yahweh Bashem Yahushai liveth, which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country. That's here, Babylon the Great, America. All right. And from all the countries whither I had driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land. Okay. There it is again. That's the Lord coming back to gather his people. Okay. But you have two accounts. were the people on the land. 1948 and in 2020. You know, which is it? It's neither, because this is a lie according to the scriptures. That's why that opening scripture said, "You have been found liars. We're gonna tread upon your high places." Yeah, we're thorny your side. That's why that woman, that Israeli council back in 2017. I mean, we know you guys know the scriptures. We know you know them. But that's why she said the number one problem for the state of Israel is the black youth of America. Okay, and we know the so-called blacks or Negroes of America is the tribe of Judah, which is the head tribe. Okay, you got a lot to pay for. Okay, you got a lot to pay for. You said we're the number one problem. Look at all the people that you're fighting right now. We don't have a military. We're way over here fighting, and the bulk of Jake fighting for reparations that we already know. The elect, those are out here, the hopeful elect, those who are out here preaching this gospel, 365, 24/7 on the highways and byways every week. We know that's not coming according to the curses. Deuteronomy 28:68 says, no man shall save you. Okay? So we already know the reparations is coming. Sleep Jake still thinks that there's hope here when there isn't. Lord's coming to destroy this place. Point blank, period. All right? So here in Jeremiah 23 and verses 7 and 8, it says the Lord is going to set us back in that land. There's no account of the Lord showing his face just before COVID, okay, and in 1948. No account of that, none whatsoever. And also in that article, let me go back to that. It says in the early morning, more than 130 Ukrainian Jews landed in Tel Aviv to begin a new life. Okay, he said he would gather his people from every nation where he drove them to. Okay, for the purpose of this video, okay, there are 195 countries on this planet to date. Okay, according to Google, 195 countries. Okay, and it was at that time too. Okay, so it says here that 130. So if the Lord, that means somebody got left behind. Now you're making him a liar. Okay. 65 people got screwed over. 65. But it says here, these people all came from one place. You're lying. Point blank, period. And exposed. Like the Lord said, I have made Esau bare. I've uncovered his secret places. Okay. Then you write this stuff down, as the scripture say in Job, your own tongue testify against you. Your own mouth condemns you. You wrote this stuff down. We didn't. All right. Finishing off with this article, with the introduction of it, it says, many see the moment when these new immigrants step onto the tarmac at Ben Gurion Airport and the time when the words of the Bible written thousands of years ago come to life. Here's another problem. How are you a damn immigrant in your own land? How are you an immigrant in your own land? Make it make sense. You can't, because you're a liar, just like the scriptures say. All right? Psalms 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb, be speaking lies as soon as they be born. That's all you do is lie. All right? Continuing on, He says, there has never been a people who have been exiled for so long who then return to their homeland. Now, you call it your homeland, but you're an immigrant in the paragraph before. Okay? There's never been a people who have been exiled for so long who then return to their homeland, return to their language. No, you don't speak the language. You know, a quick Google search will tell you that the modern language, the modern Hebrew, is a combination of German and Slavic. Okay? German and Slavic. And you use 27 characters for the alphabet when there's only 22 in the true language. All right? You can get that, the account of that in Psalms 119. All right? All of the scriptures that start off with all capital letters, you can translate those back into the alphabet. 22 characters. All right? Start that again. He says, there has never been a people who have been exiled for so long who then return to their homeland, return to the language. And so there's the prophetic reality of this that's so huge that one of these people Isaiah saw, Jeremiah saw. They saw them, said Yael Eckstein, president of the International Fellowship of Christian and Jews. And see, you know, that right there is an oxymoron. Okay? Because the disciples were first called Christian in Antioch. Okay? According to Acts 11:26. Okay? That word Christian only appears 3 times in the 1611 KJV. Okay? I just mentioned one, Acts 11:26, Acts 26:28, and 1 Peter 4:16. All 3 times it is making reference to the Israelites. Okay? All 3 times. So, once again, you full of shit, Amalek. Straight up. And these lies are being exposed left and right. All right? Now, that woman who said they use it as a trick. You know, use the term anti-Semitism as a trick. Well, let's get that. Where it comes from. Right here. Let's see what started that. Anti-Semitism. Hostility toward or discrimination against Jews as a religious or racial group. The term anti-Semitism was coined in 1879 by German agitator Wilhelm Marr to designate the anti-Jewish campaigns underway in Central Europe at that time. Okay, and I can stop right there, but it was coined in 1879. Okay, that's 145 years old. So they just started that, you know, just a few generations ago. 1879. You know, that's modern day. You know, when we know our history, you know, is in terms of this is AD, okay, and our history goes back to BC. All right. So here again, it's something fabricated. It's a lie. All right. And I just showed you everyone under Shem, you know, those are all Shemitic families. And what this imposter group of people has hijacked that. All right. But here again, you're occupying the land right now. All right. That little slither you're fighting over right now. Okay. That's not even all of it. You know, it's part of it. That was the headquarters when the land was divided up. in the book of Joshua. I want to say from chapters 13 through 22. Okay, for all 12 tribes. But the land itself, it was from there, or the great river of Egypt, which is the Nile, all the way over to the Euphrates. You don't have all of that right now because it's not yours. It's not your land. Point blank, period. All right? And all the people occupying it right now, you're at war with them. Iran, Iraq, Yemen, Saudi Arabia. You are not the people. You are not the people. All right? And we know it's you, Amalek. It's been proven over and over and over again. You are the head tribe. The Lord said, he would be at war with Amalek from generation to generation. All right? Exodus 17, 15 on down. Yeah. You were the first ones to attack us when we come out of Israel. Oh, and that lineage said that too. Let me go get that. Right here. Down just below half the page under Timnah where it says Duke Amalek. You follow that slanted line over to the right there. And it says, here we have the origin of the Amalekites who were the first to attack Israel. That's as we were exiting Egypt. Okay. Like I said, it's talked about that in Exodus 15. All right. So let's get back. And another thing that was found too, I saw this article this morning. Slovakia. Look in the background. Okay. It's over with. When have you ever used the 7-branch candlestick? When? That's the true candlestick, the 7-branch one, according to Exodus 25, verses 31 through 37. Okay? But this is the one you've always used. The 9-branch one with that dumb star in the middle. No, doesn't work that way. You've been found a liar. Point blank, period. And it's, you got to be exposed. You are not the people. In addition to being in the land now, again, if you looking at a Jew as the tribe of Judah, where are the other 11 tribes? Okay. If you're looking at Jew as the southern kingdom of Israel, where are the other 9 tribes? Where's King David? Okay. Why are you still at war? Okay. Isaiah 2 says there will be no more war. Okay. You're the people of the land. Who's coming to you to be taught? According to Isaiah 2. Taught the law, statutes, and commandments. Nobody. Okay. Right now, with everything that's going on, that's Proverbs 29 and 2. You get it. And it reads, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. That's easy to see right now. Inflation is destroying people. These pestilences that's out there destroying people. The food destroying people. The water destroying people. The air destroying people. Okay? These laws destroying people. And this economy destroying people. All because of who? You and your greed, Amalek. All right? And your puppets over here in the United States that are working for you. All right? You have been exposed. Point blank, period. All right? So here again, you say you are the people. Prove all those things happen. You can't. The Lord said when he returns, every eye will see him. Let's get that. This is Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. And it reads, Behold, he cometh with clouds, plural. That's the fathership and all the other hosts of angels that are coming with him. Okay? And every eye shall see him. Okay? There's no record of anyone seeing him in 1948. There's no record of anyone seeing him in 2020. All right? And they also which pierced him. Yeah, those who hung him on a cross. Okay? And beat him. Did all sorts of horrendous things to him. They're back now too for that judgment. Okay? And all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen. Okay? That's when he comes back. And what did he say when he's coming back? He come not in peace. He bringeth judgment and war. He bringeth the sword. Okay? According to the scriptures. Let me get that in, I believe it's Matthew 10 and 28 or 34. 10:28. No, 34. Yeah, these are his words. Red letter. Matthew 10 and 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword. Okay, and we know a sword is a killing instrument. And he has a bunch of them at his disposal. Spirits of vengeance, famines, pestilence, ultimately, those nuclear missiles and the concentrated laser beams that's coming from his chariot, okay, which is a cloud, okay. Same thing, Revelation 19 and 11. And it reads, And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness doth he judge and make war. Okay? He judges and make war. We know Yahweh is a man of war. Okay? According to Exodus 15 and 3. Okay? We know Yahweh right here is a man of war. Okay? And we know David is a man of war. 1 Samuel. Okay? That's the thing. David's supposed to be back too. According to Ezekiel 37. All right? So where is he? You're a fraud. Just a fraud. Point blank, period. And the Lord's not dealing with you. Okay? He's not dealing with you until that day of wrath. Job 21 and 30. That's what you're being reserved for. As soon as you try to implement that MOTB, it's just 3 prophecies left. We see that this is the beginning of sorrows, according to Matthew 24. Beginning of Jacob's trouble, this as it was coined by Elder Apostle Tahar, at the beginning of the year. Okay? We seeing a heavy judgment on Jake right now. Heavy judgment. Especially with the women. A lot of videos talking about you women again. Once again, just like in the garden. You know, you follow that serpent. All right. You follow that serpent and look at where we are now. But when we get to Sirach 12 and Sirach 12 says we won't pity the charmer that's bitten by the serpent. You're gonna be on your own this time, for real. The righteous, the hopeful elect men are stepping away from that. We had want no parts of that. You know, our focus is getting this crown. You know, enduring to the end so that we may be saved. All right, you're gonna be rebellious in your actions. Go right ahead. We ain't dealing with it. All right. So with that, I hope this lesson was edifying to the elect body of the nation of Israel. Once again, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and my fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also, salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, I say Shalom, Kwame Yasharala. We got next. Been caught in your lies, Amalek. It's time to pay up. You know it. Shalom.